We are on the sidelines of the IPMI conference focused really on base metals, and joining me today is Jonathan Butler. He's the precious metals strategist over at Mitsubishi. It's been way too long, Jonathan. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Daniela. It's good to be back.
3 years since we haven't spoken. So I know this conference is focused on base metals, but I want to talk to you about all metals today. All metals. Let's start with gold. A lot of investors were hoping to see more of a rally and see it act more as a safe haven given the geopolitical context we're living in right now. What's your forecast? Where do you see it headed?
Yeah, well, we were surprised that gold didn't rally a bit stronger given all the geopolitical uncertainty surrounding Syria, Russia, on top of all the concerns about trade wars with China. And in all of these times, gold can act as a safe haven against that geopolitical uncertainty over global trade. The fact that it's only rallied to about 1370 and it hasn't really got beyond that suggests to us that there's still maybe some upside, but I think something else has to happen. You know, we have to go from a war of words to a more intensive form of conflict potentially.
Right, or is it also a sign that perhaps gold has not finished correcting?
It could also be that, for sure. I mean, we're now entering into a time where gold demand in physical terms is getting a little stronger, particularly in some of the key Asian markets. So the timing of that together with these geopolitical concerns might bring some further upside from here, we believe.
And silver following gold's lead here?
It ought to be. I mean, ordinarily, we'd expect the two metals to trade in tandem. The fact has been that silver has been at a significant discount to gold. I think the gold-silver ratio is something like 80 to 1 right now. If we look back historically, it's somewhere in the mid-50s over the past 40 years. So if we believe in the long-term reversion to the mean, then silver certainly ought to do better. Silver's got a few things on its side, of course, at the moment, and we've been talking about some of these things at the Symposium, particularly electrification of vehicles. That's not to say electric vehicles per se, but electrification of the power electronics on board the vehicle, which typically require very high-grade silver.
Just one more thing on the gold-silver ratio, because it's been at these levels, I believe, 4 times over the past 20 years, and each time analysts have pointed out that silver really managed to break out whenever it's hit this peak. Do you think it's on the verge of a breakout? I
mean, it certainly looks as though it is on the technical charts. If we look at the silver price, we've been in the sort of sub-17 level for some time. It really would require a breakout to 18, 19, even 20 for that ratio to come back in towards its long-term average against gold.